A kid named Zhang Chulan has hidden powers inside him, which he inherited from his grandfather, Zhang Xilin. Though grandfather makes his grandchild practice his special abilities, he often rebukes him too for using his powers on ordinary people. One night, the grandfather is found heavily injured outside the house. As soon as Zhang Chulan reaches him, the grandfather breathes his last breaths and passes out there, leaving the kid weeping there. As Zhang Chulan has no parents and his grandfather used to take care of him, now he is all alone after passing out Zhang Xili. After some years, Zhang Chulan is now a student at a university. He is in the show where a celebrity is called on the stage. Suddenly, the audience yells loudly in praise upon seeing Zhang Chulan with his small braids. Just as Zhang Chulan feels embarrassed, the actual celebrity appears, and the audience immediately cheers for him. Zhang Chulan quickly rolls out a red carpet, and as he approaches the stage, the celebrity leaps onto it, supported by Zhang Chulan. The audience erupts in applause for the celebrity, but not a word is said for Zhang Chulan, as he is just an ordinary servant. The following day, Zhang Chulan is informed that his grandfather, Zhang Xilin's corpse has been stolen. Hearing this, he decides to visit the small mountain village to investigate, and he is indeed shocked to discover that it is true. Just then, a girl named Feng Baobao arrives at the graveyard and claims that Zhang Chulan's father is also her father, making her and Zhang Chulan siblings. Later at night, when Zhang Chulan is at the graveyard, he sees Feng Baobao descending from the sky with a large shovel. There are also some monsters with whom Feng Baobao is fighting with her shovel. Zhang Chulan has never encountered such monstrous creatures before, and he is so frightened by seeing the scene. Feng Baobao eliminates the monsters with a single shovel blow. Then, seeing Zhang Chulan's panic, she leaves him in a pit and flees. In the meantime, a companion of Feng Baobao, Shusan, comes there. Upon learning that Feng Baobao has abandoned Zhang Chulan amidst the monster horde, Shusan grows concerned and rushes to the scene. He discovers that Zhang Chulan has successfully escaped already. He becomes intrigued by the fact that Zhang Chulan must have some hidden powers. As a result, Shusan arranges for Feng Baobao to attend the university and keep an eye on Zhang Chulan. The following day, during class, Zhang Chulan is jolted awake from a nightmare and lets out a strange cry. Right then, he sees Feng Baobao in his class. When Zhang Chulan recognizes her, he becomes even more anxious. Later, when they meet outside, Zhang Chulan wants to investigate who has stolen his grandfather Zhang Xilin's corpse and hopes that Feng Baobao can help. However, the girl who had claimed to be his sister the previous day now denies that identity, and she demands that Zhang Chulan become her servant, but he naturally refuses. However, aware of the power of Feng Baobao's kitchen knife, he quickly makes a run for it. Unfortunately, Feng Baobao chases him relentlessly. She knows that Zhang Chulan has hidden powers, which she exposes by cutting his shirt. She takes the picture of a mysterious power symbol on his body and then leaves him naked. On the other hand, we see Lu Liang and Xia He, who are siblings. They have the stolen corpse of Zhang Xilin in order to collect the energy contained within it. Upon learning that Zhang Xilin has a grandson, they now instruct someone to bring Zhang Chulan to them. The following day, we see a martial artist named Wang Ye entering an illusionary train. He enters the train unwantedly and sees Zhang Chulan inside with fiery eyes. There, Wang Ye comes across a document which describes the discovery of 8 extraordinary techniques of immense power, enough to cause turmoil in the entire world. Many martial artists fought to seize these 8 extraordinary techniques, leading to a bloody and chaotic conflict. It was the year of Jia Shen, a year marked by historical cycles. Back at the university, Feng Baobao cuts up Zhang Chulan's clothes, and he tries to hide in the trees to avoid everyone's gaze, but he is spotted by a couple. He has to flee bare-chested, and a picture of this incident quickly becomes popular on campus. There are rumors that seeing the bare-chested hero on the night of the full moon guarantees a successful romantic relationship. Hearing everyone discussing the incident, Zhang Chulan hurriedly extends his hand from the bandage, fearing any association with the bare-chested hero. However, Feng Baobao already knows he is the hero and uses this knowledge to blackmail him into becoming her servant. At night, a beautiful junior student suddenly approaches Zhang Chulan through a text message and invites him to meet the next day. Zhang Chulan thinks his luck has turned and eagerly accepts the offer, taking her out for a meal. After dinner, the junior teaches Zhang Chulan how to skateboard, and her hand intentionally touches his head. This makes Zhang Chulan somewhat infatuated, and when he comes to his senses, he is already in an alley with monsters. The student is actually Xia He. and she initiates physical contact with Zhang Chulan, manipulating him. Meanwhile, Shu San and Feng Baobao have learned that Zhang Chulan is missing, and now they are trying to track his location. On the other hand, Jia He has brought Zhang Chulan to an amusement park where her other companions are already present. There, Lu Liang suggests that Jia He first examine Zhang Chulan's primordial spirit to access his memories regarding Zhang Xilin. When Lu Liang takes action, Feng Baobao and Shu San arrive there. While Shu San's telekinesis is impressive, Xia He and Lu Liang's group have the numerical advantage and aren't afraid of Shu San and Feng Baobao. They insist on extracting Zhang Chulan's primordial spirit. The two groups clash quickly, and Zhang Chulan narrowly escapes danger a few times thanks to Feng Baobao's intervention. In the end, Zhang Chulan is taken away by Liu Yanyan in a van. Fortunately, Feng Baobao's knife skills are exceptional, as she slices the car in half, preventing their capture. Lu Liang sees that he can't take Zhang Chulan, so she flees with Xia He on a motorcycle. But Shu San succeeds in arresting the student who lured Zhang Chulan to that amusement park. After that, Zhang Chulan is taken to a huge building in Nadotong, which may seem like a courier company on the surface, but it's actually a high-tech company that conducts research in various fields. The most crucial aspect of the company's research is to find the origin of qi, and the reason some individuals have abilities beyond ordinary people is because they have qi within them. Xu Xiang is the division head and is showing Zhang Chulan around Nadotong's interior. He explains to Zhang Chulan that the universe is divided into the visible universe and the dark universe, which is composed of dark matter, and dark matter is qi. Xu Xiang also reveals that he knows Zhang Chulan's grandfather, Zhang Xilin. The student who lured Zhang Chulan earlier, Liu Yanyan, is from an Xiangxi family. She had taken away Zhang Xilin's body from the graveyard. So now Liu Yanyan reveals that an organization named Guangxing wants Zhang Xilin's body for his memories and the qi within him. They refer to this qi as the source of qi bodies. Zhang Xilin, whose real name was Zhang Huayi, killed many outsiders over a decade ago, which is why Guangxing has been chasing Zhang Xilin all these years. After that, Zhang Chulan decides to join Nadu Tong to take revenge for his grandfather. At night, the members of the Tianxia Hui approach Zhang Chulan and capture him using a large white turtle. A man dressed in complete white named Zhang Lingyu approaches Zhang Chulan and has the Tianxia Hui members stand aside. He brought two Taoists to test Zhang Chulan's skills. Zhang Lingyu strikes Zhang Chulan with a palm, sending him crashing into a giant rock. A hole appears in the rock. Zhang Chulan retaliates against Zhang Lingyu with the gold light spell. However, Zhang Lingyu responds by forming a giant hand using the gold light spell, which crushes Zhang Chulan. Despite his struggles, Zhang Chulan can't escape the grip of the giant hand. Still, he refuses to give up and challenges Zhang Lingyu to fight again as Zhang Lingyu is about to leave. Zhang Lingyu catches him, firmly gripping him with the transformed hand. Meanwhile, Feng Baobao senses that something has happened to Zhang Chulan, so she quickly gets out of bed and sees a golden light illuminating the land. Without hesitation, she rushes to the scene. When Feng Baobao arrives, Zhang Chulan finds solace in her presence and hides behind her. However, Feng Baobao knows that Zhang Chulan has the strength to fight back, so she tells him to release his grip and let Zhang Lingyu experience his abilities. Finally, Zhang Chulan breaks the rubber band that has always reminded him to endure, revealing his true skills learned from Zhang Xilin. Zhang Lingyu witnesses a white lightning flash, which surprises him, but Zhang Chulan soon makes him understand what it feels like to be overwhelmed. Zhang Lingyu has no choice but to dispel the gold light spell and retaliate with his black thunder technique. On the other hand, Zhang Chulan's thunder is pure white. He uses the palm thunder technique, astonishing Zhang Lingyu even more. So he then employs his ultimate move to defeat Zhang Chulan. In a crucial moment, Feng Baobao intervenes and disrupts Zhang Lingyu's attack, leaving everyone from the Tianxia Fu amazed. Then Zhang Lingyu admits that Zhang Chulan now qualifies to participate in the Tianxia Fu's selection tournament. However, Zhang Chulan isn't interested in seeking anyone's recognition. Zhang Lingyu asks him if he doesn't want to learn about Zhang Xilin's martial arts and past, which piques Zhang Chulan's curiosity. The following day, with only 48 days left until the Outsider Martial Arts Tournament on Tianxia Mountain, Feng Baobao makes Zhang Chulan mediate and recognize his real power. In their previous spar, Zhang Chulan felt evenly matched with Zhang Lingyu, but Feng Baobao pointed out that Zhang Lingyu used only 30% of his strength. This makes Zhang Chulan realize the gap between them. Feng Baobao begins to push Zhang Chulan in his training, but Zhang Chulan's ki always deviates. This frustrates Feng Baobao, who decides to transfer a set of techniques to him by touching his forehead and instructing him to practice diligently. Feng Baobao is unaware of the taboos between men and women, so when she wants to take a bath, she undresses in front of Zhang Chulan, who can't help but look at her. This causes his qi to deviate again. Feng Baobao realizes that it is due to the restraining sand technique, so she tries to help Zhang Chulan break the technique's hold. She brings in a group of beautiful women who intend to assist Zhang Chulan, but he feels like a joke. In an attempt to regain his dignity, Zhang Chulan decides to leave her, despite Feng Baobao's threats. That night, Zhang Chulan wanders on the streets drunkenly. A pretty woman, Feng Xian, approaches him there and takes him with her. The following morning, Zhang Chulan wakes up in an unfamiliar environment, surrounded by a brilliant scene. As he looks around, he's in a noble presidential suite. Later, he finds out that the entire hotel belongs to the famous Tianxiahui. Moving forward, Zhang Chulan meets Feng Xian's father, who is sitting on a sofa. He enthusiastically pats Zhang Chulan's shoulder, inviting him to join their world and accomplish great things together. Unexpectedly, Feng Xian's father even suggests that Zhang Chulan should date his daughter. Meanwhile, Feng Baobao blames herself for Zhang Chulan's departure. She is convinced that she's messed up everything. Xu Shang and his companions also worry about Zhang Chulan joining the Tianxiahui, so they made a plan to bring Zhang Chulan back. Xu Shang quickly helps Feng Baobao dress up with his friends. While they argue over her appearance, Liu Yanyan unexpectedly arrives and offers to help. She suggests a complete makeover for Feng, though Bubu is not comfortable when she wears the heels for the first time. Meanwhile, Zhang Chulan enjoys the warm hospitality of Feng Xian's subordinates in the room, relishing a luxurious massage. As Feng Xian arrives to persuade him to join Tianxiahui, Feng Baobao rushes to the front desk alone to find out Zhang Chulan's whereabouts and ends up fighting with the staff. During a confrontation with a martial arts expert, Feng Baobao shows her extreme expertise and subdues him within minutes. However, she has to remove her heels for fighting with this man. In the meantime, Zhang Chulan also succeeds in escaping from the grip of Feng Xian by guessing her teleporting attacks from all sides. When Zhang Chulan finally meets Feng Baobao in person, she rushes forward and desperately apologizes for her actions. Zhang Chulan asks her to stand still, but even when confronted with danger, Feng Baobao remains steadfast and doesn't even budge the attack of the martial arts expert. This makes her injured and she starts bleeding from the abdomen. Zhang Chulan's mouth begins to tremble, and his eyes turn red with emotion. He supports Feng Baobao and tries to stop her bleeding, but quickly realizes he can't stop it at all. Seeing this, Feng Xian's father orders his son to provide quick treatment for her wounds. In the meantime, Xu Shang arrives with his companions there and takes Feng Baobao away in a car. As they drive down the road, Zhang Chulan looks at Feng Baobao and feels an overwhelming sense of guilt. Unexpectedly, the two people next to him start discussing trying some delicious food, showing little concern for her condition. Back at their location, Zhang Chulan confesses his feelings of guilt for Feng Baobao. He plans to go to the mountain and win the tournament according to the wish of Baobao. Hearing his determination, Xu Shang secretly records the conversation while setting food in front of Feng Baobao. To everyone's shock, she suddenly sits up, revealing that she has an incredible self-healing ability. But now Zhang Chulan has to fulfill his promise and go to the tournament. The following day, Feng Baobao urges Zhang Chulan to train harder, and she continues to accompany him. As the time of the tournament approaches near, all the celestial masters gather at Longhu Mountain, sharing laughter and lighthearted stories with each other. Meanwhile, during Xiaohi's birthday party, the Guangxing team is there to cast a spell on two brothers. Due to this spell, the brothers become the die-hard enemies, and one kills the other without any regret. After that, a Guangxing member steps in and helps that brother sign into their faction. Their next move is to head to Longhu Mountain in search of more outsiders to fulfill their ambitions. They are the evil tricksters who make their allies by dominating the brains of others. In the meantime, Zhang Chulan, along with his companions, is going to the competition at Longhu Mountain. During the check-in, Feng Baobao is caught by security for carrying a lot-concealed weapon. Xu Shang, noticing the awkward situation, quickly puts on sunglasses and pretends not to recognize her. After arriving at Longhu Mountain, Zhang Chulan and his companions learn that the area is filled with all kinds of people. Later, while in the bathroom, Zhang Chulan runs into Wang Ye, who instantly recognizes him from a previous vision of a blood-covered boy with fiery eyes. After that, he encounters the old Tianxi and Zhang Lingyu, who is by his side. As they continue along the path, they face various challenges, with everyone showcasing their unique skills. However, Zhang Qilan struggles to match his abilities to others. At the venue, the master finally arrives and he explains the competition rules to everyone. Then he quickly introduces the 100 participants, clarifying that only one champion can emerge from the competition. As he outlines the elimination rules, Zhang Qilan begins to realize the difficulty of the competition is more intense than he anticipated. As the first match begins, Feng Baobao strides forward without hesitation. She is going to face a group of 3 men. Seeing her small and seemingly fragile frame, the men laugh and mock her. However, in a swift turn of events, Feng Baobao shows her face to those men who already know her. Feng Baobao fought them in the past and even threw them into the sea while they were kept in a container. So the trio quickly accepts their defeat without even fighting with the girl. In the second match, red-haired Ren steps up and showcases his unique skills, dueling with the multiple contestants. He continuously talks with his mother on the phone while fighting with the contestants. This shows that the contest is more like a play for him. Next, Wang Ye enters his round, confronting his opponent with bare hands. He swiftly knocks the opponent to the ground, demonstrating extraordinary strength. His performance caught the attention of contestant Zhu Geqing. Zhang Qilan starts to sense that Wang Ye is not a simple character. When Zhu Geqing takes the stage, we see that he is able to anticipate opponents' moves ahead of time. He also wins his match and earns the audience's enthusiastic cheers. In the last, when Zhang Lingyu steps up, he effortlessly defeats his opponents and secures his victory. Finally, it is Zhang Qilan's turn to compete. He appears wearing a black cloak and showing a serious expression. He declares his vow to his grandfather's spirit to defeat all the aliens who have sought revenge against him. As he manipulates the weather, the crowd begins to think he possesses incredible power. Then he makes 3 of his opponents fight with each other, claiming that he will give only one lucky winner a chance to fight with him. When the last opponent steps forward to face him, Zhang Qilan unexpectedly decides on a tactic. He throws his black coat over the opponent, beats him up, and leaves. Seeing his underhanded approach, the audience starts to insult him loudly. Later, Zhang Qilan shows Feng Baobao, his next opponent, outside the field. Zhang Qilan is worried about how he is going to win from such a powerful opponent. So Feng Baobao devises a plan and buries that contestant in the soil during the night. So the following day, when Zhang Qilan stands on the field, his opponent fails to show up, allowing him to win the championship of the competition by default. In the next match, Hidden Dragon faces off against Zhang Lingyu. Zhang Lingyu initially overpowers him with a skilled palm strike, knocking Hidden Dragon to the ground. However, Hidden Dragon stubbornly rises, ready to continue fighting. Zhang Lingyu, seeing Hidden Dragon's determination, unleashes his Dark Five Thunders technique. He finally brings Hidden Dragon down and secures his victory. Later that evening, Hu Jie, the malicious man who joined a faction after killing his brother, begins to feel a hunger to absorb someone's qi. Initially, he targets Feng Xian, but after losing sight of her, he turns his attention to his own acquaintance nearby. So he eats up his own companion's qi. Meanwhile, Shahia, discovering what Hu Jie has done, privately blames others for the tragedy. Someone next to her suddenly suggests finding out Zhang Qilan to recover a small piece of memory that might have been stored in his mind. They plan to find out what happened before the death of the martial artists whom Zhang Qilan killed. Also, they decided to head to Longhu Mountain. As the next competition happens, everyone notices that Hu Jie has started committing further evil practices by absorbing the qi of others. Wang Ye quickly takes action and subdues him. Finally, it is Feng Baobao's turn to compete. She shows no fear of her opponent and wins over him easily. At that moment, Zhang Qilan receives strange information. From a memory left by her grandfather, he learns that Feng Baobao is the one responsible for his grandfather's murder. Stunned by this revelation, Zhang Qilan feels a wave of disbelief washes over him. Lu Liang helps Zhang Qilan successfully extract the memories that existed in his grandfather's mind before he died. Zhang Qilan still does not believe that Feng Baobao is the person who killed his grandfather. She has a very kind personality and would never do anything harmful to others. Moreover, when his grandfather died, Feng Baobao was only 8 or 9 years old, and it was impossible for her to kill such a powerful person. At this moment, he begins to complain that the lie fabricated by Lu Liang is too outrageous. However, Lu Liang asked him to verify it with Director Shu. After some time, Zhang Qilan reaches Director Shu and stabs him quickly without listening to him. But it turns out that it was a duplicate Zhang Chulan spelled by the Guangxing group because the real Zhang Chulan had just arrived and seen the director in this condition. After that day, Director Xu, now old and in poor health, is lying on the bed with injuries all over his body. Xu Xiang and Feng Baobao are taking care of him. Zhang Chulin suddenly comes and directly questions about whether Feng Baobao has hurt his grandfather. Unexpectedly, Feng Baobao nods without hesitation. Seeing her admission, Zhang Chulan becomes angry and is about to attack her. But the director, who is witnessing everything, begins to talk about events that happened in the year of Jia Shen. At that time, Ah Wu, who is now Feng Baobao, was much like she is now. By chance, she met Director Xu's family and developed a wonderful bond with them. Although the family lived a happy life together, the bond was eventually broken. One day when Ah Wu returned to the village, she discovered that her aunt and others were being bullied by bandits. For the first time, she felt the pain, and she suddenly became extremely powerful and brutally killed the bad guys around her one by one. At that time, although Director Xu was young, he was still not shocked by this bloody scene. In his opinion, it was more of a bizarre and weird scene. Later that day, there is no scene where everyone is sitting together to eat. It isn't as lively as it used to be. It turns out that after that incident, the neighbors begin to talk about strange things concerning her. They believe that even after so many years, there has been no change in the appearance of Ah Wu, which seems very strange to ordinary people. The aunt is unable to stand the rumors around them and decides that, for the sake of her family, she will plan for Ah Wu to live alone in the future. Before leaving, Aunt Zhao puts something in Ah Wu's hands and asks her to always remember the precious name, Feng Baobao. At that time, Director Xu was also very young and had to leave Ah Wu because of his mother. The aunt was afraid that the child would become involved with the cold and ruthless Ah Wu. In this way, Ah Wu spent decades alone in the desolate cave. She sat there in a daze without eating or drinking. After growing up, Director Xu also went back to the village to find clues about Ah Wu. However, he saw no sign of the person at all and still believed that Ah Wu still existed and was alone in this world. At that time, Ah Wu was deceived and imprisoned by human traffickers. Luckily, Director Xu happened to find her successfully and handed the traffickers to the police. After that, he also changed Ah Wu's name to Feng Baobao and arranged for him to work as a temporary employee in his company. After hearing all the stories, Zhang Chulan continues to ask about the connection between his grandfather's death and Feng Baobao. Director Xu reveals that Feng Baobao's identity might be related to the year Jiaxin calamity happened. Very few people survived the Jiaxin years, and among them was the grandfather of Zhang Chulan. At that time, they continued to search for people and successfully found Grandpa. But the old man was on the verge of death after killing tens of other martial arts experts of that time. The moment he saw Feng Baobao, the old man quickly recognized her identity, but he planned to let Feng Baobao explore her identity on her own. However, he asked them to take him back to the village because the grandfather wanted to see Zhang Chulan. In the car before he died, Zhang Chulan's grandfather also called things Feng Baobao. He asked her to take care of his grandson's safety on his behalf, and Feng Baobao quickly agreed to him as his grandfather had said that Zhang Chulan would take Feng Baobao to her origin. At this point, Director Xu's body begins to fail. As he vomits blood, he continues to ask Zhang Chulan to take good care of Ah Wu on his behalf and to help her in finding her identity. After that, Zhang Chulan continues to participate in the competition. Unexpectedly, his opponent this time has come to seek revenge on him because Zhang Chulan's grandfather had killed that opponent's grandfather earlier. But Zhang Chulan successfully knocks his opponent to the ground and wins over him. After the victory, he even gives his hand to the defeated one so that the rivalry can be cut short. That night, all the contestants party outside in the forest. Due to heavy drinking, Zhang Chulan becomes excited and even shows his hidden golden light to everyone. When the people nearby witness this famous scene, they begin to believe what he says and continue to drink too in the celebrations. The following day, Feng Baobao faces a contestant who can blow sonic booms with his mouth. It is finally Feng Baobao's turn for a decisive battle. At first, she is beaten back by the opponent and unable to overcome the match. Seeing Feng Baobao retreating, the opponent proudly prepares to take this opportunity to defeat her. Unexpectedly, Feng Baobao uses his erratic moves to counter all the attacks at the critical moment. The Tianxi, who is sitting around the stage, immediately becomes interested in him, studying his eyes carefully, and even begins to feel that Feng Baobao might be extraordinary. Feng Baobao successfully wins the match until the end by making the opponent taste his own medicine. She shuts the mouth of that opponent and lets the sonic booms explode inside him. As he dies, his ki starts spreading around, and Feng Baobao absorbs it childishly. However, this makes Feng Baobao's abdomen inflated, and she starts floating in the air. Thankfully, Wang Ye and Zhuge Qing step down on the ground to save Feng Baobao. Zhuge Qing makes a boundary around the ground so that Feng Baobao can float outside of it, and Zhang Ye helps her vomit out all the qi that she has absorbed recently. Next, it is also Zhuge Qing's turn to fight Wang Ye. At first, Zhuge Qing looks triumphant, very confident that he can defeat the enemy in front of him. He gives some straight punches to Wang Ye on the spot, leaving him unable to get up from the ground. Seeing the opponent's defeated look, Zhuge Qing begins to use his unique skills again, preparing to completely win the game. He makes a huge ball of water and makes it chase Wang Ye. At first, Wang Ye also pretends to be weak and continues running to dodge the water ball. But then he stops and disrupts the ball of water with just one flick of his hand. He doesn't even care about the stone attack move of Zhuge Qing and comes out of the stones unharmed. At this moment, Zhang Qing is still trying his best to provoke Wang Ye. Seeing that Zhuge Qing knows many techniques, Wang Ye moves forward again and aims to knock him down. A celestial master believes that Wang Ye might still have a chance to turn defeat into victory. As the enemy presses closer, Wang Ye's face is scratched severely. He no longer has the same cynical attitude as before and prepares to show his true strength once again. When he knocks his opponent to the ground with his special skills, Zhuge Qing cannot believe that Wang Ye could come up with such a tactic to face all the difficulties. Kneeling on the ground, Zhuge Qing searches for a truth more important than his dignity to convince himself that he has lost. Zhuge Qing quickly stands up from the ground and uses his skills to explore his true power. He wants to know about the special skills of Wang Ye, which helped him defeat Zhang Qing. Knowing about these skills is more important to Zhang Qing than winning the game. As he is about to break through his limits, the people on the stage try their best to persuade him to stop, but he remains determined. Seeing Zhuge Qing's desperation, Wang Ye pours out all his truths and pulls Zhang Qing out of the danger. At this, Zhuge Qing admits defeat and feels that he has been completely overcome by Wang Ye. Seeing this fight, Zhang Chulan realizes how powerful Wang Ye is and begins to doubt if he can match him, as Wang Ye is also going to be the next target of Zhang Chulan, so he is worried too. That's why Feng Baobao devises a plan and stands up from her seat to work out her plan. In the next match, Feng Xian is going to fight, and her opponent is none other than red-headed Jia Zhengliang. As she gears up, eager to play, she doesn't expect that he will continue talking on the phone and ignore her completely. At this point, Feng Xian has no intention of arguing with him. She prepares for the fight and is determined to win this competition to impress her father. Just when she's about to start, she realizes Jia Zhengliang is still talking to his mother on the phone. Seeing this disrespect, Feng Xian waves her fist angrily, knocking his phone to the ground and reminds him to focus on the game. At this, Jia Zhengliang explains that if he hangs up on his mother, she will start worrying about him again. He is still more concerned about his mother than the match. He even hands his phone to the person next to him. On the stage, Cheyen's father takes out his phone without saying a word and throws it down, letting Jia Zhengliang continue his call. After the call, Jia Zhengliang tells his mother that he is competing with a girl. Hearing this, his mother insists he goes on another blind date. After hanging up, he throws the phone away and officially starts the match. In the start, Feng Xian proves to be a hard challenge for Jia Zhengliang. She has the ability to teleport things, which she uses to punch her opponent from a distance. The match becomes interesting when Jia Zhengliang starts using his object manipulation skills. He also starts attacking Feng Xian from a distance now. Jia Zhengliang and Feng Xian continue to fight fiercely, but neither side is willing to give in. They fall simultaneously multiple times and both are covered in scars. Xian's father is concerned for his daughter and he urges her to give up seeing her highly injured state, but Feng Xian refuses to listen. She is determined to fight and win the game. In the last moments, they both use their unique skills to decide the outcome. Jia Zhengliang throws a lot of sharp blades toward Feng Xian, who is going to open a huge teleporting portal for those knives and return them to Jia Zhengliang. However, the problem is that Feng Xian herself would get hurt in the process. Her father stops her from using this technique, but she still opens the portal. She desperately wants to win this game because of her next opponent. She wants to fight Feng Baobao in the next game. This dramatic scene unfolds exactly as the audience anticipates. Feng Xian opens the large portal and stabs Jia Zhengliang with his own blades, hurting herself in the process. She wins the match, and she admires her opponent for his persistence. With no might left in her, she also falls on Jia Zhengliang after the announcement of her victory. After that, Feng Baobao exits and follows Wang Ye. In the forest, she hits Wang Ye with a shovel, making him unconscious. At night, when no one is watching, she grabs some tools, preparing to bury Wang Ye alive. She had already dug a big hole for Wang Ye. When the moment comes to bury him, Wang Ye unexpectedly wakes up and pulls Feng Baobao into the pit she had prepared. But she leaps out and continues to beat Wang Ye with iron tools. She wants to bury him so that Wang Ye could not appear in the following day's match with Zhang Chulan. They spent the whole night fighting. Wang Ye is continuously trying to flee, but Feng Baobao is also good at chasing him down every time. In the morning, at the time of the match, Wang Ye arrives at the competition venue, still being followed by Feng Baobao. Without realizing that she is on the competition ground, Feng Baobao attacks Wang Ye with the shovel, but he succeeds in dodging the attack. When she looks around, she becomes embarrassed and goes out quickly. Now the match is going to be started between Wang Ye and Zhang Chulan, but Wang Ye suddenly withdraws his name from the competition and walks out of the game. This makes Zhang Chulan victorious in the fight without even confronting Wang Ye. Then it's time for another game. This time, Feng Xian's brother is in a fight with an opponent, Wang Bing, who has evil powers. When Feng Xian's younger brother steps onto the stage, he continues to fight against the opponent in front of him, but he struggles and eventually collapses, unable to sustain himself. Seeing his son injured and still being beaten, their father can't bear it any longer and is about to intervene, but someone next to him stops him. Feng Xian's brother is overcome by Wang Bing after a fierce fight where it looks like good and evil are against each other, and evil wins over virtue in the end. Later, back at home, Feng Xian visits her injured brother with her father. Upon seeing her brother covered in injuries, she becomes furious and prepares to go out to settle the score. Unexpectedly, Mr. Wang arrives there with his grandson, urging the angry Feng Xian to stay. It's the same person who stopped Feng Xian's father earlier from saving his son. Also, the grandson Wang Bing is the same evil opponent who had beaten Feng Xian's brother. Seeing their visitors, the father questions how they know the Feng family's moves. The visitors explain that their grandfather taught them. When Feng Xian's father remains skeptical, Mr. Wang further reveals that Zhang Chulan's grandfather was hunted back in the day, but his people continued to live in glory because they had protected the Feng family descendants. After recounting the past, the visitors mock their family's once glorious history. Hearing this, Feng Xian's father clenches his fists in anger, but surprisingly swallows his pride and vows to remain loyal to the visitors in the future. He even pledges his allegiance to their Tianxia Hui and obeys their orders. Feng Xian is shocked to hear her father speak this way and is unable to believe that he would humble someone like that. It's like Mr. Wang knows some secrets about Feng's family, which could not become public. Otherwise, the remaining glory of the Feng family would also be wiped out from the world. After this, Feng Baobao wins over Feng Xian and moves on to the next round, where she is going to fight with Zhang Chulan. But in reality, it's not a fight. It is just a show up where Feng Baobao acts as if she has gotten hurt by one punch from Zhang Chulan and falls on the ground. Seeing this, the audience becomes outraged, accusing the match of being rigged. They want the match fee back because it was already a fixed match. Following that match, it is Zhang Lingyu's and Wang Bing's turn. Zhang Lingyu is far more powerful than Wang Bing, so he easily wins the game and teaches his opponent a harsh lesson. He slaps him multiple times with his huge magical hand. Finally, the day of the finals arrives. Zhang Lingyu and Zhang Chulan face each other in the championship match. But this time, only one of them can emerge victorious. The time for the match soon arrives and Zhang Lingyu strides into the arena. The audience cheers exclusively for Zhang Lingyu, speaking ill of Zhang Chulan. Zhang Lingyu reminds his opponent that only one of the two will remain standing in this arena. But Zhang Chulan stands still there without responding to him. When the fight starts, Zhang Chulan is no longer indifferent. He swiftly catches Zhang Lingyu's spell on the spot. Noticing this change in Zhang Chulan's demeanor, Zhang Lingyu senses that his opponent is completely different from before. Both sides now prepare to use their unique skills, ready for an intense confrontation. Zhang Lingyu gazes at Zhang Chulan, impressed by how quickly his opponent's skill has improved in such a short period of time. He begins to praise Zhang Chulan, but just as the fight seems evenly matched, Zhang Lingyu decides to unleash his ultimate move. They both have lightning skills, but Zhang Chulan's lightning proves to be stronger this time, and it gives a hard push to his opponent, who collides with the wall behind. After that, Zhang Lingyu comes up with a nasty trick. The onlookers see the terrifying spell he releases and start to feel a wave of fear. Even Zhang Chulan suddenly begins to panic, seeing the black matter released from the hands of his opponent. This black matter is a viscous thing that holds Zhang Chulan in it. Before he can react, Zhang Lingyu strikes with a preemptive attack that injures him. After Zhang Chulan gets up from the ground, he admits that Zhang Lingyu is indeed much stronger than he is. He takes a moment to reveal his true thoughts and feelings, acknowledging the praise he has received, but still determined to use the new moves he's recently learned to defeat Zhang Lingyu. He uses his lightning to break free of the black matter, and then uses his lightning to speed up his moves. He strolls through the ground at lightning speed. Although Zhang Lingyu admires Zhang Chulan's spirit, he remains focused on defeating him within 5 minutes. As he uses his unique move to knock Zhang Chulan aside, he doesn't expect Zhang Chulan to suddenly trap him in his own black mud, holding him firmly in place. Zhang Chulan, fighting through the intense pain, desperately tells himself to stay awake. In his mind, he hears the teachings his grandfather once gave him, and with newfound determination, he breaks through the restraints in front of him. As both fighters knock each other to the ground, they suddenly realize that their opposing forces are clashing head-on. It becomes clear that whoever can overcome this conflict will win the game. Zhang Chulan then successfully uses his unique skill and knocks Zhang Lingyu down. At this moment, Zhang Lingyu's arrogance fades, and he admits that his talent may not be as great as Zhang Chulan's. However, he still decides to give everything he has to defeat his opponent. Yet in a twist of fate, he suffers a backlash from his own efforts and collapses to the ground. Feng Baobao, seeing Zhang Chulan's victory, bursts into applause, cheering for him with excitement. After returning home, Zhang Lingyu learns from his master that the outcome of the match was partly influenced by the master's own interference. He hints that he had deliberately orchestrated events that led to Zhang Lingyu's loss. After the competition, the Celestial Masters gather to present Zhang Chulan with the winner's award. However, when they do, they are surprised to see that he has no interest in the prize. He publicly announces that he doesn't intend to accept the reward. The Celestial Master, realizing that his treasured prize is unwanted, sighs in disappointment. At this, Zhang Lingyu hurriedly steps in to accept the gift on Zhang Chulan's behalf. Following the events, Zhang Chulan decides to follow the Celestial Master back into his house. As soon as the door closes, the Celestial Master asks him to take off his clothes to bathe and change before going to worship in front of the ancestors of Longhu Mountain. Feng Baobao is waiting outside while Zhang Chulan is busy in getting the Tia Shindu from the master. Once he has composed himself, Zhang Chulan packs up his things and asks the master about the truth behind the Jieshan rebellion. The old man explains some of the hidden truths and then declares his intention to make Zhang Chulan his heir. Outside, Feng Baobao is overjoyed for Zhang Chulan, seeing his progress. Meanwhile, Guangxing starts to mobilize their forces to attack on Longhu Mountain. They are preparing for a major upheaval and encouraging others to act based on the actions of Zhang Chulan's grandfather during his lifetime. Feng Baobao, who has faint memories of her past, is easily lured into a trap by Guangxings, who are interested in how Feng Baobao is still so young after so many years. When the Celestial Master is teaching Zhang Chulan his secret techniques, Feng Baobao, outside the door, hears a terrifying scream. She rushes over to check and is quickly surrounded by a group of attackers. They take her outside from the premises of Celestial House. Guangxing's forces, led by Tong Tianhang, are pressing their attack on her. Feng Baobao finds herself facing off against their relentless assault, but manages to fend them off skillfully. Meanwhile, Zhang Lingyu notices the chaos and sees that he is being chased by a group from Guangxing. Just as he is about to act, his spiritual power is neutralized. At that moment, Senior Lu appears, ready to confront Guangxing. Sensing their reinforcements, Guangxing's members flee, but they leave a trap to lure Senior Lu and Zhang Lingyu towards them outside the premises of the Celestial House. Senior Lu aims to help Zhang Lingyu, but is interrupted when Guangxing's four most formidable fighters appear. He is now intending not to let them escape. In the meantime, Shahi appears, and she takes Zhang Lingyu away with herself. She definitely has a history with Zhang Lingyu, as evident from her notorious look for him. Now, Senior Lu is alone while fighting with the most powerful members of Guangxing. He unwraps his full power to scare off the enemies. Back in the Celestial House, Zhang Chulan now doesn't want to accept the teachings of the Celestial Master. He says that he is still wrestling with his own doubts and the responsibilities, which is causing a barrier in receiving the teaching of the Celestial Master. So, Zhang Chulan quickly bursts through the door and falls from the house, landing on the ground below. The Celestial Master, furious at Zhang Chulan's sudden exit, emerges with an air of dignity, but chooses to leave him behind in a fit of irritation. He goes to tackle the attackers of Guangxing. There, Zhang Chulan hears strange noises in the distance and realizes something is wrong. He urgently grabs Shu San and sets off to find Feng Baobao. Meanwhile, the people from Quanxing reach Longhu Mountain, stirring up trouble. The Celestial Master himself arrives at the scene to restore order. He swiftly knocks down several of the Guangxing troublemakers. The remaining dissatisfied ones try to fight back. They are intent on teaching the old man a lesson. But even as they work together, they are no match for him and are forced to back down, realizing they cannot defeat him. The power of the master is immense, and no one can stand in front of him. At the same time, Shahi has taken Zhang Lingyu to a secluded location. She did not expect Zhang Lingyu to still be concerned about saving Senior Lu. Annoyed, Shahi tells him to stop worrying about rescuing others. When Zhang Lingyu remains resolute, Shahu tries to distract him by moving in close and making seductive advances. However, Zhang Lingyu is unable to handle her unexpected approach and becomes visibly flustered. As he struggles to resist, Shahi intensifies her assault. Shahi is trying to convince Zhang Lingyu again into their relationship. She had left him earlier without saying even a goodbye. Now she wants to come back, but Zhang Lingyu doesn't want this. He finds himself overwhelmed, and as they are entangled just then, the Celestial Master, who has been secretly watching from a nearby tree, adds fuel to the fire with some provocative remarks. Zhang Lingyu is stunned by the situation and has no choice but to disengage. After that, the Celestial Master makes a few playful remarks to Shahi before departing her alone with Zhang Lingyu again. Meanwhile, the Guangxing group faces its own challenge. Upon seeing Senior Lu unleash a powerful attack, they find themselves unable to counter. When they prepare to continue their assault, Master suddenly appears, stopping them in their tracks and preventing further damage. The Guangxing members are now unable to withstand his presence, so they have to flee the scene in haste. Now the challenge is that Senior Lu has unleashed so much power that his evil side has overcome his body. He is out of control of his own consciousness. So at first, the master records a video of Senior Lu's wild behavior and then reminds him of his true self. Meanwhile, Zhang Xilan arrives at a place, hearing the commotion where he observes the evil Xinchong attacking the hidden dragon. Hidden Dragon, despite being severely beaten, continues to fight to protect his girlfriend. As Shen Chong moves in to finalize his attack, Zhang Chulan steps forward to stop everything and puts himself between them. Using his sharp wit, Zhang Chulan attempts to buy time to help Hidden Dragon and his girlfriend to escape. However, Shen Chong gets the idea of the plan and chases after them. Realizing they cannot outrun him, Zhang Chulan decides to hold off Shen Chong to allow the others to get away. He fights valiantly, using every bit of his strength, but is still overpowered by the evil forces. Shen Chong's attacks are too heavy on Zhang Chulan, and Zhang Chulan soon coughs up blood and collapses on the ground. In that moment of desperation, he remembers his grandfather's advice. Drawing upon his inner strength, Zhang Chulan then lets Shen Chong absorb his qi. Once his qi is inside the enemy, Zhang Chulan uses it to explode Shen Chong's body. His power surges, allowing him to completely overpower and defeat Shen Chong. With the battle over, he makes plans to meet Feng Baobao in the back mountains. In the meantime, the master has also succeeded in treating Senior Lu as his wild self. Back at the base, Senior Lu returns and meets with his granddaughter. Upon hearing that they have managed to escape Guangxing's clutches, Senior Lu believes his granddaughter has grown stronger. However, she surprises him by crediting Zhang Chulan for their escape. So as a reward, Senior Lu heals all the injuries of Zhang Chulan in a second with his magic. Once Zhang Chulan's injuries healed, Feng Baobao asked him if he had accepted the Celestial Master's teachings in salvation. Zhang Chulan says that he is still wrestling with his thoughts and seems uncertain about them, but he is determined to keep moving forward, seeking the truth behind his past and his connection to Feng Baobao. During the attack of the Quanxing group, all the people remained busy protecting their sacred place, but no one thought about a celestial master, Mr. Tian. He is a crippled master and at a very old age. When the group realizes the absence of Mr. Tian, they rush to see him in his room. There they discover Mr. Tian collapsed on a chair in a miserable state. The old man's death occurred less than 40 minutes ago. They begin extracting memories from his mind. After casting the spell, they find out that he had stayed on the mountain for the entire time. The Guangxing group leader came to him and was in front of him, expressing his interest in the truth about the Jiashin rebellion, particularly Zhang Huayi's story. He also questioned him about the hidden story behind his descent from the mountain to find the traitor Zhang Huayi. Old Man Tian is shocked to find out that the other party knows the secret that only he and 3 others know, but he grits his teeth and refuses to share any details. The Quanjing member understood the old man was tough to crack and planned to use more extreme methods to make him surrender. At this point, Lu Liang, who was outside, stepped in and began extracting the fragmented memories from the old man's mind. However, Lu Liang found the old man to be a tough nut to crack, with the hardest memories to access. He had no intention of revealing anything from his mind. Seeing this, the Quanxing leader stabbed a needle into his head without hesitation, extracting his memory. After some days, a thunderstorm starts falling from the sky. People are coming and going on the street. Even those Quanxing members who have escaped are suddenly hit by the storm. It is being done by the master who is going down the mountain privately. He is angry at the death of Mr. Tian and now taking revenge from every member of Quanxing. After that, the old master meets an ex-member of the Quanxing group. That man claims that he has parted ways from that group and now hates those people. The old master, however, focuses on the purpose of his visit and expresses a desire to meet the Quanxing leader, Gongqing, in person. But that man grows increasingly anxious and pretends to remain calm while insisting that he cannot help. At this moment, a sweeper bursts in and destroys the situation. He was also present during the attack on the mountain. So the master presses him and gets the information about Gongqing's assistants, who are those 4 evil people who used to play with the minds of people. Meanwhile, Zhang Lingyu wants to take a leave from the master, as he is going to travel and find himself again in solitude. During the next day, the old master searches for the 4 Quanxing members to find clues about Gongqing. After defeating everyone in sight, the old master gets some more information about Gongqing. He also captures those Quanxing members. As the thunderstorm weather cleared to sunshine, Gongqing started making moves. First of all, he kills the man who revealed information to the master about him. Then he plans to continue his head-on competition with the master. That's why he invites the opponent to a nightclub and gathers other fighters for a fight, but is still defeated by the Heavenly Master. The master is very good in the fight, and Gongqing's fighters could not stand even a chance in front of him. When the master returns back to his apartment hotel, Zhang Lingyu comes there. He has heard about Xia He's arrest by the master, so he kneels before the master and begs him to release Xia He. Moved by his apprentice's plea, the master invites him into the room and begins to teach him carefully. The master agrees to leave Xia He this time, but advises Zhang Lingyu to keep his girlfriend with him and not let her indulge in evil groups. Zhang Lingyu then checks on Xia He's condition, and they share a heartfelt conversation and a kiss. Meanwhile, Lu Liang stays with Gongqing and advises him to learn to conceal himself. Lu Liang has already extracted memories from Mr. Tian's head, which he now transfers to Gongqing's mind. On the other hand, Gongqing decides to stop hiding because, after viewing the memories, he realizes he has circled back to Zhang Shulan's side. Now he understands that if he continues on this path, there will be no turning back. Before departing, he comforts Lu Liang and also asks him not to engage in actions that come with a high price. But Lu Liang's response is unexpectedly contrary. The following day, Senior Lu, along with some other celestial masters, comes to stop the old master from doing unjust killings in the name of revenge for Mr. Tian. Senior Lu desperately tries to dissuade the old master from continuing recklessly. As an old friend of many years, he is aware that the old master must be hiding something. Senior Lu wants the old master to share the burden, but the old master, unmoved by past friendship, knocks him to the ground and warns everyone to stay out of his affairs with Quanxing. He insists on taking full responsibility and vows to confess his guilt after resolving the matter. Right then, Gongqing appears before the Heavenly Master. He reveals that the reason for Master's extreme measures towards Quanxing is to protect Mr. Tian's terrifying secret. He also accused Zhang Chulan of being the source of all the problems. However, the old master recognizes Gongqing's cunning yet and deals with him harshly. Gongqing is defeated, and the old Heavenly Master faces his own punishment for breaking regulations in his quest for revenge. He is banned from Longhu Mountain forever. Before his departure, the Heavenly Master confesses to Zhang Chulan that he broke the very rules he had established, which led to his downfall. With Senior Tian dead and secrets revealed, the old master leaves the remaining tasks to Zhang Chulan. A week after these incidents, Wang Ye returns to Wudang and attempts to see his grandmaster, but the grandmaster ignores him and refuses to meet anyone from now on. On his way back, Wang Ye meets Feng Xian's brother, who offers him a ride to the airport. As Wang Ye approaches home, he dresses up in a suit and leather shoes. He feels something odd in his home. There are signs that someone has been keeping an eye on his family when he was in the mountains. So Wang Ye, along with his friend, now holds an audition for a spy who could find out the people who were spying on his family. But unfortunately, they could not find a perfect man for the job. At night, when Wang Ye notices a strange car outside his home, he goes to investigate it. When he sees inside, he finds out that it's Zhang Chulan, who is keeping an eye on him. After that, they discuss borrowing money as Zhang Chulan is also facing some financial problems. After some time, they discover that they are being followed by a stranger. First, they start running in their car, being pursued by the anonymous figures. But when their car is going to crash into a bridge, Wang Ye uses his powers to stop time and then arranges the car so that it won't collide anywhere. Then Wang Ye comes out of the car and prepares to confront the intruders. The intruders are 3 in number, and based on their skills, they look highly trained. There is an immense fight between those 3 intruders and Wang Ye. They are highly skilled with exceptional fiery powers. They attack on Wang Ye from all sides collectively, but Wang Ye dodges all of their attacks skillfully. He defeats all of them, and just then, he receives a call from Zhuge Qing, who offers to help handle the situation. Here it is revealed that Zhuge Qing sent the intruders. They are his friends and used to mock Zhuge Qing for being defeated by Wang Ye. But now, when they themselves have fought with Wang Ye, they acknowledge his powers. After that, Wang Ye meets with Zhuge Qing, who notes Wang Ye's changed demeanor. Unlike his previous focus and seriousness, Wang Ye now appears indecisive. Back with Zhang Chulan, Zhuge Qing, and Wang Ye discuss the subject of spies in the house of Wang Ye. Realizing that Zhang Chulan is key to uncovering these secrets, Zhuge Qing seeks his assistance. Zhang Chulan, though initially hesitant, agrees to help on the condition of a significant payment. Feng Baobao, without hesitation, stated that the price was 100 million yuan, shocking everyone present. Wang Ye, however, accepts the price without question. After that day, Feng Baobao and Zhang Chulan continue their search for the mastermind behind the recent events. Despite their efforts, they don't find the answers they're looking for and spend their time investigating further. When Zhuge Qing grows concerned about the lack of progress, Zhang Chulan quickly discovers crucial clues and contacts Wang Ye's team. The team follows Zhang Chulan's instructions, but when they attempt to pick the lock on a door, they find it is already unlocked. Once inside, they restrain everyone they find. As they continue their search, they encounter resistance from individuals using special powers to block their path. Wang Ye, in pursuit, confronts one such individual, but is deliberately pushed down. The scene is tense as Zhang Chulan and his team struggle to overcome obstacles and gather critical information. Just when Wang Ye is almost pushed down the stairs, he uses his skills to steady himself in midair. Zhang Chulan arrives with Feng Baobao, expressing frustration that their efforts are not effective. They quickly restrain the perpetrators and plan to send them back. Zhang Chulan notices the leader's tough demeanor and decides to confront him, but the leader remains uninterested. Seeing the leader's stubbornness, Zhang Chulan orders Feng Baobao to prepare her ultimate move. Feng Baobao picks up a brick and smacks it down. After that, Wang Ye then stands up and demands to know why they attacked his relatives. The gangsters continue to hide the truth and are not intimidated by Wang Ye's threats. As Wang Ye prepares to take action, Zhuge Qing intervenes and pulls the group aside to discuss their next move. They decide to have Feng Baobao watch the gangsters while the rest of them activate the formation to enter a subconscious mind to know the truth. Once inside, they know that the perpetrators have links with the Jiaxin Rebellion, and they are here to cause big trouble for the world. Zhang Chulan approaches alone to inquire about the Jiaxin Rebellion, while others keep on stopping him from indulging further into the matter. Meanwhile, Feng Baobao is guarding their bodies outside, and she notices blood coming out from the nose of Zhang Chulan, and feels it as a bad premonition. It means that he is having a hard time inside the subconscious world. Zhuge Qing sees this and warns Zhang Chulan to stop, but Zhang Chulan persists. He entered the train room at the time of the Jiaxin year. There, he finds Feng Baobao, who gives him a blow, pushing him back to the real world. It was like Feng Baobao even saved Zhang Chulan from inside of his mind. Outside, when the souls of the 3 returns to their bodies in reality, Zhang Chulan looks at Feng Baobao with sadness and silence. The group now knows the identity of their enemy, who wants to repeat the Jiaxin calamity once again. After that, Zhang Chulan receives money from Wang Ye to help him find the spies in his house. Then he prepares to clean up the situation. He calls the gangsters together to resolve the misunderstandings and gives the money Wang Ye provided to them. That night, Zhang Chulan meets Lu Liang at a place where some people arrive to capture Lu Liang. However, before he gets captured, Lu Liang asks Zhang Chulan to wear a mask for hiding his identity and then hands him a memory. After that, Lu Liang gets captured and severely beaten. After that, in the Lu family's ancestral home, Lu Liang is locked in a cave and subjected to brutal torture there too. The old man, who is actually Lu Liang's grandfather, confronts him. He is determined to extract the secrets about the 8 miracles that Zheng Xilin and Tian revealed before their deaths. In a flashback, we see that grandfather Lu has imprisoned a lady for many years in the cave below his house. Whenever a child takes birth in his house, he takes him or her to that old lady and injects some of the blood from that lady to his offspring. It's a custom for him in order to get the powers of that lady into his own lineage. The old lady is capable of reading minds and extracting memories. The grandfather also does the same with the current boy, whom we know as Lu Liang. After some years, we see Lu Liang and a girl named Xiao Huan, who are close friends. They share everything with each other and spend time together until late. One evening, as they hurried back home after playing, Xiao Huan suddenly erased all memories of their car ride game from Lu Liang's mind. It is during this period that Lu Liang uncovers the secret of the Ming Soul technique, a closely guarded Lu family secret hidden in the alien world. Xiao Huan learned this technique from the old woman who had been captured in the cave. Later, Xiao Huan sneaks into the wine cellar to find the old woman. The old woman, upon learning that Xiao Huan is a Lu family descendant, warns her not to seek her out again, or she will face dire consequences. But Xiao Huan doesn't listen to her. Suddenly, the old woman gets an idea in her mind. She transfers all her memories into the mind of Xiao Huan and leaves Xiao Huan's memories back in the old, worn-out body. So now, when Xiao Huan emerges from the wine cellar, her demeanor noticeably changes. Xiao Huan quietly leaves. Lu Liang, unaware of her departure, chases him down. But the old witch in the body of Xiao Huan manipulates the mind of Lu Liang and makes him push herself from a cliff. She wanted to show that Xiao Huan was dead so that the family would stop looking for her after her departure. When the grandfather learns of this tragedy, he is heartbroken. However, due to Lu Liang's precious blood, he opts to imprison him temporarily. Lu Liang spends a long period in confinement, plotting his escape. Eventually, he manages to obtain a key and escapes from that prison. Then he joins Kuang Xing to continue investigating Xiao Huan's fate. Later on, he built his own army of Kuang Xing members, and now he is a leader of them. Back to the present, Lu Liang is now again captured by his grandfather Lu, and he insists that Lu Liang reveal all he knows about Jiaxin Calamity to save himself from death. Lu Liang insists that despite everything, he never lied about Xiao Huan and has been truthful throughout. So also, this time, he says that he is speaking the truth, that he doesn't know about the Jiaxin Calamity. However, the old man, having watched Lu Liang grow up, believes he understands Lu Liang's temperament well. He reasons that, despite the circumstances, if someone killed Xiao Huan, it must have been unintentional. Also, he knows that Lu Liang has been in Tian's mind, so he must know what he is hiding now. The Ming Soul technique may be connected to the Jiaxin rebellion. After that, Lu Liang tells his grandfather about the old lady in the cave being captured for many years. Upon learning that Lu Liang knows the secret guarded by the Lu family, the old man takes out a knife and without hesitation chops off Lu Liang's arms and legs. Then he leaves Lu Liang to die alone. After some time, when the grandfather left, Lu Liang undergoes a transformation and regains his full strength. He somehow regenerates his chopped off arms and legs. It's some type of technique he knows that pulls him away from his death. When the old man returns to that place, the assistant Lu Liang captures him, and Lu Liang himself makes the old crippled. Then Lu Liang takes him outside, where he has gathered all the members of Lu's family. Before the eyes of the old man, Lu Liang extracts all the memories from the minds of Lu's family and then destroys those memories. It means that the hard work the old man has been doing to add that magic to his lineage has gone to waste now. In a final act of vengeance, Lu Liang uses his powers to cast his cold and heartless relatives into a realm of endless waste, condemning them to spend their lives in desolation. The old man, seeing this happening, becomes sad, but he can't do anything now. After Lu Liang becomes the new Nagato, Lu Liang summons his men and uses his powers to locate the elusive old woman hiding behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Shu San's company faces difficulties in its operations. So Feng Baobao and Zhang Chulan go to see the main processing hub, where they find an old lady who has been alive for many years through the artificial oxygen and nutrients pipe. Zhang Chulan recently also learned that Lu Liang had become the new leader of the Kuang Xing group and Lu's family. Also, he is finding this old lady as his family has connections with her. So he asks the workers of the company to put the lady in a van because he wants to take her to a safe place. However, Lu Liang is present in the driver's seat, and he flees from that place by taking the body of the old lady with him. Lu Liang takes him back to the same cave and delves into the old memories of Xiao Huan. He is still thinking that this old lady had killed Xiao Huan back in the past. So determined to avenge Xiao Huan's bloodshed, Lu Liang plans to kill the old woman. But suddenly, Zhang Chulan came there and asked Lu Liang to think about it first before taking any steps. He forces Lu Liang to ponder over all the details of Xiao Huan's events before her death. So again, in the past, we see that the old lady's name is actually Duan Muying, who had altered Xiao Huan's memories, and that the real Xiao Huan might be hidden within her. The old lady could not say anything as she had been preserved like a dead body for so many years. However, Lu Liang is eager to uncover the truth and attempts to access the restricted memories. But he discovers dangerous consequences if he forces the issue. Still, Feng Baobao encourages him to proceed. As they force open the memories, the cave around them begins to collapse. Suddenly, a train comes there from nowhere at full speed. The trio escapes by train, only for Zhang Chulan to realize they are inside another dimension of the past. The people there are from the past too, the time when Zhang Chulan's grandfather was young. Lu Liang also recognizes an old man linked to the Jiaxin rebellion. In a train compartment, Duan Muying eventually appears in the dark in the body of Xiao Huan. Duan Muying, ignoring the others, approaches Feng Baobao and invites her to follow her to uncover the truth about the origin. After emerging from the cave, Duan Muying explains to everyone the nature of the space they've been in. It's another dimension where time works differently, and people have extraordinary powers like those of Feng Baobao. Over the years, she has tried every possible method to get to that place back as it's her home. But she remains trapped in the house of the Lu family. Also, a stagnant energy prevented her from growing and entering the space on her own. She's astonished that Feng Baobao has finally brought her here. It is a hint that Feng Baobao belongs to that place. As Zhang Chulan and Feng Baobao follow Duan Muying's guidance, they discover a statue resembling Feng Baobao, which is depicted joyfully. Duan Muying, using Xiao Huan's body, recounts past events and intends to restore all of Feng Baobao's lost memories. She asks Zhang Chulan to wait outside as it's a long procedure to return all the memories of Feng Baobao. Though Zhang Chulan feels something fishy there, she still lets Feng Baobao go through the procedure because she is eager to regain her memories. After that, Zhang Chulan finds himself separated by a barrier and witnesses Duan Muying's intentions to harm Feng Baobao and claim the 8 miraculous powers for herself. She is going to extract the powers of Feng Baobao for herself, and in the procedure, Feng Baobao is going to die. Realizing the danger, Zhang Chulan tries desperately to intervene, but his weak strength fails to breach the barrier. Despite knowing his limitations, he resolves to break through the powerful enchantment to save Feng Baobao at any cost. Amidst the fragments of memories, Zhang Chulan recalls the cherished moments with Feng Baobao, who has always supported and protected him. Driven by these memories, he rises again despite his weakness and the overwhelming force against him. The universe is also on his side and provides him strength. His friends, sensing his struggle, join him, pooling their strength to confront and defeat Duan Muying. Wang Ye, Lu Liang, Zhang Lingyu, everyone is there to provide his share of the strength for Zhang Chulan's mission. However, Duan Muying's protective barrier is still not breachable. In the last moments, the old master comes there and gives just one flick of his power, which proves to be enough to break the barrier. With Duan Muying's broken barrier, she vanishes completely, and Zhang Chulan succeeds in saving Feng Baobao. Zhang Chulan falls into a coma for 3 months. Upon awakening, he finds that Feng Baobao no longer recognizes him. Despite the challenge, Zhang Chulan remains determined to rebuild their relationship. As Zhang Chulan reintroduces himself and reconnects with others, he finds everyone waiting for the arrival of his companions, which deeply moves him. The events in the alien world begin to surface, and the story reaches its conclusion.